Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Infinite Trade. My name is Robin, and let's do a Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. So, Nifty and Bank Nifty both are, not trying to get that momentum to take a particular direction, either up or down. That is because of a lot of confusions around the world or around the market, especially India's concern as of now is all about the rising inflation. Okay, and as of now, despite having the RBI monetary policy last Friday, we still couldn't see a proper, any channelizing kind of thing to improve or to, you know, defend this rising inflation from RBI. And most of them were expecting a rate hike, but nothing happened as of now. So this denotes that the problem will keep on extending, and RBI is just pushing the problem to maybe the next RBI policy meet. And everybody knows that there is going to be a rate hike very soon, but when it is going to happen is something that is need to be understood from RBI. But possibly, I guess they are planning it in the second half of this year, is what I can understand, like maybe in the month of June or July, something like that. So, see, inflation is definitely a problem in the market, okay? Because rising inflation means people will not spend. When people will not spend, they'll not take the money out of their pockets. When they're not ready to take money out of their pockets, they'll keep it with them. They'll not create that liquidity. They'll not put it in the market. They'll not put it in bank FDs and any other instrument. So this is what the problem is. So what happens is RBI increases the rate so that people start putting money at least into the bank account or into some liquid asset, wherein that liquidity can be uh, pushed through in the market. So this is just a gist that I've given you all about uh, how this inflation matters and what the rate hike matters for all of us. So yes, definitely, there is a scope in the market to go down. Uh, if I have to talk in the terms of trading, possibly we all might have hit our stop losses even today, because we were expecting it to fall, but Bank Nifty did not fall, and Nifty was continuously in pressure the entire day. But eventually, Bank Nifty has to come down because rising inflation, rising interest rate, everything, the rising dollar affects the banks first. But this is some, smart money which is playing around with Bank Nifty, and some kind of manipulation that's going on, and trying to keep one of the sector in a positive mode during the day is what's happening around the markets. So the first thing is, let's now jump into our analysis. Nifty has formed an inside candle here. Okay, so again, the green candle's low is 17,600, which we already discussed that this is our weekly support. So once we break this level, then we may see a sharp momentum at least until 17,400, and then eventually we may fall up to 17,000 also. But in case if we break 17,600, we can expect a fall until 17,400 to 17,350 on the same day. Okay, and this momentum can be quick. And so this is just, we are talking about the daily candle. If you look at Bank Nifty is always a trouble. Okay, so it behaves in a way that even the technical analysts fail at times. See, look at this. We have a very big candle, then we have an inside candle. So usually people trade the inside candle breakouts and breakdowns. So Bank Nifty opened gap down, went up, broke the high of this candle where usually people enter, because this high is also closer. So people think that this will break, but eventually it did not break and it fell down like anything in the second half. So Bank Nifty always gives troubles to people, but we all love Bank Nifty for the moment that it does. So we can't help it. We'll have to take losses at times. So Bank Nifty also, now the second thing is it will try to break this low, and this gap is unfilled. So this is always there that it needs to fill it. So usually market comes within 5 days to this place, and 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is 6. So here we made a gap up. So 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 days is almost done. Today it should have filled the gap. If not today, then at least I think it may try it tomorrow. So let's wait and watch what's going to happen. Let's quickly discuss the data and see on the lower time frame what should be our plan. So I'm just opening up my participant wise open interest. What happened to the sheet? Okay, there is some issue, I guess. Let's close this and open it once again. Participant wise, why? I hope it works now. So I've been working on the participant wise open interest sheet. So there is a possibility that it may get corrupt at times, but I hope it doesn't happen anything like that, because I have done a lot of hard work in that. Oh my god. Okay, just give me some time. Microsoft Excel. I know I shouldn't be doing this while recording the video, but we can't help it. I don't know what's wrong. Participant wise open interest. Cool. Now we got it. Yeah, this is 11th April, which I have already loaded up. So today what FIs have done, they have closed a hell lot of quantity of future long. So this is what we have been expecting from them for some time now, because we already know that Nifty and Bank Nifty both reached at a resistance level, and we want FIs to book the futures. Okay, so they had strong future positions. We have been discussing that it was initially 72%, it went to 76%, and it went to 80%, and now it is declining. Today I did not check it because I checked the data manually, but I'm sure after this 14,053 longs that they have been closed, the slowly and steadily it is coming from bullishness to neutral, and then slowly it may turn to bearish, something like that. So let's hope for it. And they have also created good amount of short futures, so this indicates that they are bearish as of now. And if we look at the options, we have call shorts from them. Okay, because calls also they have closed a lot of longs, and they have added they have also closed some shorts, but eventually the shorts are less and the longs are more. So we'll consider this to be bearish in the options as well. And they have also shorted some amount of puts, so this really doesn't matter. This could be a hedge, so we'll avoid this. So what FIs indicate is they are still bearish in the market, but this time they are not holding put longs. Instead they are holding future shorts and call shorts. Okay, so this means that upside is difficult, is what future short and call shorts indicate. When there is no put long, that means downside momentum is something which they are not expecting, because of too many players trying to defend the downside positions. It could be one of the reasons. Let's understand what pros have done. So pros have also closed some long futures, and they have also closed some short futures, but longs are something which is more than the shorts. And if we look at call, they have some huge quantity of call shorts, and they have some decent quantity of put long. So again, both of them are bearish. So we can expect a downside tomorrow at least, is what I'm expecting. So this is all about the participant wise open interest. No need to check the option chain. I like to check the option chain and also mention it in my video, but the video becomes a little big, so I try to avoid the option chain. So now let's move on to a smaller time frame. This is Bank Nifty. Let me activate the lines. Okay, so in my Telegram channel I had posted this, like, today Bank Nifty is sideways and it is still in a range, and it was following this trend line and eventually broke it like anything. And I told you all that it is again entering in the danger zone. I think I texted it somewhere around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So it was again coming into the danger zone, and it has definitely closed below 37,700. This was the level that we were talking about yesterday. So now what should be our plan? So this 36,700 is a resistance. Okay, so keep that in mind. If Bank Nifty goes above 36,700, we are not going to do anything, because again they'll start confusing us and they'll create problem. So we'll avoid trading if it is trading above 36,700. Below 36,700, like the place where it is right now, it is definitely bearish, and we could see some wicks in the bottom. This is because of the day low. Okay, so day low will always act as a support, and they halted around that place, or else they would have come down with some great force, which did not happen. So what we'll do is, in case Bank Nifty opens within this place, okay, so in case if it opens gap up, so if it closes below 37,675, sorry, we can buy a put option here. So this is the only risk that we have to take. We'll see if it is giving a bounce and breaking it, or it is going upwards again. So if it is going upwards, we'll take a small SL and we'll wait and watch what it does, because this entire area is now a no trade zone. But tomorrow there is a possibility we may go down, because market doesn't take a halt for such a long time. And what should be the target? Let's discuss that. So our first target happens to be 37,400. Okay, so a flat opening here, this is the best place to buy a put, because your SL becomes small, and people who wait for this to break, again they'll have to keep an SL around 37,700. So keep that in mind. So this is also a good place to buy a put. This is your first target, and then eventually if it falls more, maybe in the second half or something, it may go and fill the gap that we have. Okay, so that gap comes around 37, 150 to 200. Okay, so that level is still pending. So first target is 37,400, and second target will consider to be 37,200. It can come up to 150 also. Okay, so this should be our plan for Bank Nifty tomorrow. In case if it opens gap up, say a huge gap up around 37,800, we'll do nothing. Let it form a range here, and then if it gives a breakdown, we'll definitely enter in a put, and the targets remain the same. And in case of a gap down, so this gap down is an issue as of now. They open gap down, and they tend to make it bullish. So in case if we open gap down, we'll wait for it to come up till 37,675 and wait for it to form a price action, something like this, and then we'll buy a put. Okay, so this is to avoid some trading days like today. It filled the gap, made a low, and took support and immediately went up. So to avoid this, we'll wait for a lower low formation below 37,675 in case of a gap down opening. So keep this in mind. So not suggesting any trade for the upside because we are still trading near the resistance. So spending a lot of time, that means they are distributing their positions, and then they'll eventually give a breakout. Now let's quickly discuss Nifty. So Nifty was weaker throughout the day. Let the levels come up. Yeah, so Nifty was also following this trend line, but eventually it also broke this particular trend line. So now what we'll do in Nifty is, if we open flat or within 17,720, okay, so within this range, here we'll buy a put around 17,720 with 17,760 as our SL. Okay, so 40 point SL in spot, that means 20 point SL in your at the money option. So people who want a lesser SL can shift towards OTM. So we'll buy a put here, and the first target is 17,620, and then I think eventually we have 17,450. Okay, yeah, 17,450. So yeah, first target is 17,620 or 600, and the second target is around 17,450. And in case of a significant gap up above, say 17,750 or something, we'll wait for it to come down. Okay, and keep this trend line, let the trend line break, and then we'll enter in the put. And in case if we open gap up right at 17,620, let it go up, because we'll definitely see some profit booking here. Let it go up, and then if it forms a lower high formation here, then we'll again enter in a put. So this is to avoid any unnecessary stop loss. Okay. So this is my view on Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.